Hello everyone. Today we are going to see a new topic that is S3 buckets. Okay, so in S3 bucket, today we are going to do a very simple project that is how to deploy any static website with the help of S3 bucket. Okay, so in this particular project, we are going to first create an S3 bucket. Then we are going to upload some HTML file, which I already have. So I'll upload the HTML file to that particular S3 bucket. Then we are going to create a policies and we are going to deploy that particular HTML content or HTML code what we have. Okay. So prerequisite for this particular S3 classes, like you no need to know, you no need to have an idea on any coding. You need to know basic AWS. Okay, so if you don't know also, please go and watch our previous classes. You will get to know basic idea. And now we will continue with our S3 class. Okay, so first you need to log into your AWS account and you will come to this console or home page. So in a search bar, search for S3. Once you search for S3, you are going to get this particular scalable storage in cloud. That is simple. This one S3 bucket. Just click on it. So once you click on that S3, you will be redirected to this particular S3 bucket page. So initially you will be not having any S3 or you will be not having any storage bucket. You need to create the bucket. So to create the bucket, you click on this particular create bucket button at the right side corner. Once you click on create a bucket, it is going to ask what type of bucket you want to create. Do you want to create a general purpose bucket or a directory based bucket? Okay, so it is a directory based buckets are recommended for low latency use cases, whereas general purpose is recommended for most of the use cases. So for that reason, let's go with general purpose. Next, it is asking bucket name. Okay, so when it comes to bucket name, you always need to give unique name. Okay, if you are giving already available name, it's not going to accept. You always need to give unique name. Okay, for example, if I just give my bucket and if I continue, okay, now it is not throwing any error, but while creating, it is going to show an error. Okay, so I let me show that here I'm not changing anything. Okay, so for time being, just click on create bucket. See, I'm getting error over here. Bucket with the same name already exists. So whenever you are creating S3 bucket, you always need to make sure the bucket name what you are giving. It should be always different. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll give it as demo. Okay, so I'm going to give the bucket name as Shikshanas bucket demo. Next, it is asking, do you want to copy the content which is already available, which means you already have a bucket, and from that bucket, if you want to copy any content, okay, that is asking over here. So in our case, we don't want to do that. We are creating a new bucket over here. So don't select anything over here. After that, it is asking object ownership. So here it is ACLs disabled. So let's go with a basic one, ACLs disabled only. Next is it is asking block public access setting for bucket. Okay. This means user or people who are accessing the bucket, if they are not have a access or if they don't get a permission, they are not able to access. But in our case, we are deploying the website or static website using S3 bucket, which means all the public need to see the content, right? So that's why you need to uncheck it. So if you uncheck it, all the public can access the content which is available inside the bucket. So once you uncheck this particular block all public access, it is asking, please acknowledge it, which means it is asking you specifically want to do this particular task or not. It is asking. In our case, yes, we want to give access for public, right? So just click on acknowledge. Next, it is asking bucket versioning. Now, versioning in simple word, it is a backup. For time being, I'm not going to use versioning. I'll just go with disabled option. Next, it is asking tags. For time being, let's not worry about tags also. After that, it is asking encryption service. Okay. So in this one, you can select any of the encryption method. But for time being, let's go with simple S3 SSE. After that, bucket key. Here, no need to give any bucket key. Just click on enable. Next, if you click on advanced setting, it is asking object log, which means do you want to log any specific object based on WORM? It is asking that. So no need to give anything, just make sure object lock is disabled and click on create bucket. So once you click on create bucket, it will take around 4 to 5 seconds to create the bucket. And now you got the bucket over here. Okay, so this is the bucket which you just got. Now if you go and check on Amazon S3, initially you used to get create bucket, right? So now if you want to check the bucket which is already available, just click on this general purpose bucket, which we just created, right? So that same tab you need to click. So once you click on it, here you will be getting the bucket you just created. So this is the bucket I just created. So now what is the next step? Once you create the bucket, next step is you need to upload the file what you created. Correct. So click on the bucket first. Once you click on a bucket, it is asking what content do you want to upload. Okay, so here I can upload the content. See here, I can upload the content directly, or I can create the folder, then I can upload the content. But for time being, I'm not going to create a folder because I'm not going to deploy any heavier application. It is simple static page I'm going to upload. So just click on create upload. Sorry, just click on upload. So once you click on upload, it is asking what you want to upload. So in my case, I want to add a file. I want to add single HTML file. So that's why I click on folder. Consider you have a hierarchy structure like this. Okay, like you have a structure where at the top you will be having some folder. Okay, consider this is your project where you have one folder, folder number 2, folder number 3. Then you have a file index.html. HTML. In this case, what you will do, if you have a folder means first click on first click on add folder, add the folder first, then you add a file. Okay. But in our case, as I just said, let me clear all these drawings. And let me hide as well. So in my case, as I said, it is single HTML file, right? So click on add files. So once you click on add files, it is asking what files you want to add. So let me go over here and I select a simple index.html which I have already written. Click on open. So once you click on open, you got the index.html over here. Next, it is asking do you want to change anything permission in terms of over here? So in our case, we have already given permission for public properties. No need to change anything over here. For time being, let's keep each and everything in a properties field as it is. Click on upload. So once you click on upload, you can see you got the file or you uploaded a file to your Shikshanas bucket, which we just created. Okay, so I hope you guys are following up till now. The next step will be, let me go back to general purpose bucket. Next step is till now we have just uploaded file. The next step should be we need to deploy the file we uploaded, right? So for that, click on the bucket first. Once you click on a bucket, it is asking permissions. In the permissions, sorry, first you click on properties. Once you click on properties and if you scroll down to bottom, okay, so what you need to do, first you need to open the bucket which you created. Next, click on properties. In the properties, if you scroll down to bottom, it is asking static website hosting, but that is disabled. Correct. Here you can see it is disabled. Click on edit. You enable the bucket hosting. Okay, so you click on enable bucket hosting. Next, it is asking what is the index document, which means whenever you open the file, what is the first file you need to run. So in our case, it is index.html. If you are getting any error, what is the error file you want to render? So that should be error.html if you have, but in my case, I don't have anything. So just let's keep it blank and click on save changes. Okay, so once you click on save changes, what happened? Here you can see successfully edited static website hosting, which means you have started with running the static website hosting. So now if you click on this link, it will not going to open. It will throw an error. Just wait and see. See, it is giving an error. What it is telling? It is telling forbidden, access is denied. Why? We just created our, or we just uploaded a file and we deployed it, but we haven't allowed it for public, right? Which means we haven't given permission. So now what we need to do, we need to give a permission for this particular website. So for permission, go for permission over here. If you scroll down to bottom, here you have a permission like cross origin, like course permission is there and bucket policies is there. So you can create a, or you can give a permission in both the way. So let's go with bucket policies. Click on edit over here. So once you click on edit, it is asking what is the permission you need to give. So in our case, we don't know, right, how to write the permission. So click on add new statement. So once you click on add new statement, it is giving, okay, let's do one thing. Instead of going with this add new statement, let me clear all the things. Click on policy generator. We will generate it directly instead of we writing. Let's generate all the policies directly over here. So click on policy generator. Okay, this particular button you need to click. Once you click on policy generator, you will be redirected to AWS policy generator. So select the type of policy. So in our case, what is the policy we required? We required S3 bucket policy. So select S3 bucket. Next, it is asking, do you want to allow the effect or deny it? So in our case, we want to allow the property, right? Or we want to allow the public. So select allow. Next, it is asking principal. Principal in the sense you can read over here, use a comma to separate multiple values, which means if you are having a different type of principles, you can give over here. Okay, but in my case, like I'm planning to give access for all the public, just give it as star. After that, here it is asking actions. So in this particular actions, you open the drop down. Here you need to search for get object. Get object. Okay, this one. So you need to give access for get object. So what is this particular get object will do? Whenever you open this particular URL, okay, this URL, you will be getting an object which is stored in the S3 bucket, which means what file you have, right? That particular file you can get and render it over here. So that's why we are giving get object. Next, it is asking, do you want to do like ARN, which means here it is asking Amazon resource name. Okay, so what you need to do over here, you need to paste the ARN of your S3 bucket over here. Okay, so where is this ARN is available? If you come back to your S3 bucket edit policies, here you are able to see the ARN, bucket ARN. Copy this ARN, go to this policies and paste the ARN over here. Okay, so once you paste the ARN, it is asking, do you want to add any condition? So no need to add any condition for time being. Just make it open for all. Click on generate policy. Okay, so once you click on generate policy, it is okay, it is asking add one or more statement. So here I forgot to click this. Okay, because I added ARN, right? So I need to add this one. So click on add statement based on the data I entered. Now click on generate policy. So once you click on generate policy, it is giving entire policy. Just copy it, close it, come back to the policy page. Okay, and here you paste it. So once you paste the data over here, here you need to make certain changes. Okay, what is that certain changes? So here you have a resource name, but this particular resource name is supposed to have a principal, right? Which means for where and all you need to give access. So after this particular demo or after your bucket name, give slash star. So once you give slash star, what will happen? You will be giving a access for the resource what you stored in the S3 bucket for entire public. Okay. After that, click on save changes. So once you click on save changes, it might take few seconds to upload. Okay, just refresh the page till you upload everything. Yes, everything has been uploaded. Now come back to the forbidden page which we already have previously. Just refresh once. See, once you refresh, you got the new page. Previously, it was forbidden. Now you are getting welcome to Shikshanas. So this is the page what we uploaded. If you have a doubt, this is a original page or not, let me check over here. Objects, index. So this is the HTML file I uploaded, right? So that same HTML file, you are able to see it over here. So this is how you are supposed to deploy, or this is how you are supposed to publish any static website using S3 bucket in your AWS. Okay, so I hope you understood each and every topic. If you are having any question or if you want to ask any queries, comment section is open. Please ask it over there. Please subscribe to our channel. Thank you everyone.